Welcome to Dan's on this Street. I'm Dan. Today we're in Brazil. We're going to be exploring São Paulo using Google Maps and Google Street View. I'm excited to check out this city. Huge city. Over 12 million people here. One of the largest cities in the world. I think 12th largest I read. So this is massive. Has a few rivers running through town here. It looks like these two come together. And this is going to be exciting. I don't know too much about São Paulo. Largest city in Brazil, I read on Wikipedia. Let's drop right in and see what we find. Somewhere right in the middle here. All right. Sitting near a park here. This is very pretty. Pretty large tower there. Tons of people out and about here. Bright sunny day. We're looking at August 2017. Alright, this is pretty cool. Let's move down the street. Looks like a really nice warm day. Interesting. Really enjoying these buildings here. These ones are old here. Got a great look to them. Multicolored. Oh yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this. Look at the ground here. Great design work in this stone, on the stone or cobble path. Like that. Very bustling. Everyone out. A lot of pants, some long sleeves, some short sleeves, so must not be too warm. Clock tower up there. Definitely some graffiti around. Alright. This area looks to be closed to traffic, which is really nice for pedestrians. I'm always a fan of that. It's nice to feel safe. Hey, look, an old phone booth. I'm starting to recognize that style down here in South America, I think. Wonder if that's still around, still in use. I don't know. Looks like some restaurants there. Those look pretty attractive. Check out these trees. What wild root structure that is. I've seen that before. Huh. I think they usually sit in a lot of water, right? Okay, buy a newspaper. Maybe we won't buy a newspaper. We're going this way. Okay, gotta follow the maps where they lead. Interesting. More tall towers. Some of this cobblestone's a little messed up, but for the most part, pretty good shape. What is this here? Can't quite read that. Interesting vehicle. People out lounging. Some potentially homeless, I can't quite tell. Maybe just enjoying the park. Looks like a great park to lounge in, to be honest. Coca-Cola, I see you back there. I see you. This guy's got a big cart here full of random stuff. Hey, check out this place coming up here. Wow, that's got a good look to it. Some of these buildings really date to the, I don't know, early 20s, earlier maybe even. What a beautiful shape that is. The design work here. Could use a little cleanup, but definitely could use that's a shame really, because that building deserves a little more love than it's getting right now. Very pretty though. A lot of character. Hope that doesn't get taken down ever, because that's a stunner. Let's go up this little narrow street here, and then I'm gonna pop up, because I don't have too much of a good sense of where I'm sitting. Ooh, a drum set. I definitely go in a music store. I love music shops. I play a little bit of drums, and I definitely sit back there, try it out, bang around a little bit, maybe act like I'm gonna buy a set, and then probably not buy. I understand though. That's standard behavior, I think, at a music shop. You try out the guitars, and then, I'll think about it. Beautiful church here. Looks like there's some people out. Just a ton of people out. Look at all the people on the street. Shopping, hotel, shopping. That might be the motto for the town here. Lots of shopping, bunch of hotels, bunch of shopping. Some motorcycles. Plenty of people in regular cars here though too. fun paint jobs all around. Interesting. These streets are full though. Full. Pedestrian safety, I do worry. I'm glad that street we were on originally was closed to cars, because there's a lot of people like in the streets. I don't know if that's because the sidewalks are narrow or it's just kind of the cars, respect the pedestrians. I hope they do. Nice street here. This building, they painted half of it red and then decided not to paint the rest. It's a look. Beautiful light down this street. I said I'd pop up, but I'm enjoying this too much here. A little bit further, and then I'll pull out. Great buildings all around. Nice light post. Interesting. Newer place here, maybe. No right turns. I like disobeying signs in Google Maps. Let's take a right. Interesting. This place has definitely seen better days. Still got the bones of a nice building underneath it, but needs a little facelift. Huge bus here, double length bus. Interesting. All right. Well, let's pop up and see if we can get a sense of this town. This one is such a big place. I'll warn you now. We're not going to see too much of it, but I'm excited about what we will see. Look at this skyline. This is massive. I mean, this is what 12 million people looks like. Just a huge, huge city. It's still loading here. What a monster of a city. I saw it termed as maybe like a megalopolis. It's so big. It's a few cities have kind of merged into one massive city. And that's pretty cool. Definitely seems like a place worth checking out. Let's pop down here maybe. Just go down another, looks like a main street. A little further south of downtown. We're still pretty much in the downtown area, I would call this. Great buildings. A lot of character in each one, I've noticed that. I don't know. Some cities you see the skyline has a lot of similar looking buildings. Not here. Very distinct. Black, white, shiny. That's not how we would probably term these buildings, but just looking at it, like crazy curves on this one, blocky, very, very different each one, representing different eras of design, which really means they've been building skyscrapers here for decades, which is great. I love that. Big wide streets here. This looks like almost, I don't know, something about this look feels like any American city I'm familiar with. And definitely looks like a place where you'd feel pretty comfortable as as an American or as anybody, obviously, but like I'm not thrown by any of this. It feels very welcoming, very comfortable. Oh, they got a subway system, it looks like. That's great. Love how look how shiny this tower is. So glassy. This place is kind of odd. I don't know. I'm going to withhold my judgment on it. It's kind of cool. It's definitely a little weird, though. I like it, though. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. That was kind of weird. Interesting. Rehabbing this place here, maybe? Or possibly demolishing it. I can't quite tell what's going on there. More graffiti. That's definitely an issue here. A lot of graffiti. But, if that's one of your main issues, if that's an issue you're dealing with as a city, it's not a very big one. Every city deals with that to some extent. So many big towers here. Let's check out this park we're right next to. Just wander through. Oh, wow. Yeah. I love that they have such tall trees in here, and they're like really, it's a narrow path, so I bet you come into this park, you feel like you really escape the city. Some parks you go into, they're so sparse and such open fields and stuff, which is fun to, get in a park and get a view of the skyline. Some parks, it's really nice to get in and just escape the city. This feels like a proper escape. Love to sit down on that bench and read a book, whatever. Can I move down this path? Slowly. Yeah, it's just super dense in here. That feels unusual and neat. Like I can't even see any of the towers. It's cool though. I like that. Yeah, great place to come. Bring your lunch here and escape the woes of your city life, if you're stressed. All right, very cool. This looks interesting down here. Sports complex. There's a giant pool. This intersection looks pretty neat here. It's like circular. Ave Brazil. Let's go down Ave Brazil. All right, we're finally a little further away from some of the taller buildings here. Down into normal height, whatever normal is, but, average height buildings, 2-story, 3-story. Very lush, palms, yeah, a real variety of trees here. What's this place here? Kind of interesting. I don't know, maybe a restaurant? Couldn't quite tell. Look at the beauty of this tree here. Very nice. All right, we're pulling out here into some sort of intersection. Look at all the traffic here. Mega traffic. I feel like I'm moving against it here. What in the world is this? Giant sculpture. Whoa. Okay. Looks like these guys are pulling a boat up onto shore. And guys on horses leading the way. Interesting. Clearly a monument. It's kind of a little 3D of it here. Monument as Bandeiras. Okay. Well, here's a good picture of it. Pretty cool. I love these renderings of these figures. Kind of modernist. Yeah. The detail, there's not a ton of detail, but there's detail where it counts. You really get the essence of what they're showing here. A wet day when this was taken, December 2016. Well, that's pretty neat. And then it looks like this whole park is fantastic here. What's going on here? Planetarium, maybe? And a few other things. Hey, let's drop into this planetarium. Can't quite go inside. Okay. We can wait in line. Okay. That's not quite what I was hoping. Can we get inside? No. Okay. Well, it's a cool building. Circular. I mean, it's a circle. And interesting. Oh, this is like a timepiece. I think this measures the sky, the sun moving across the sky. Some sort of sundial. That's what you'd call that. Interesting. Definitely looks like a park I'd come visit. Afro Brazil. Okay. Pedro Lvares Cabral. Huh. Let's check that out. Whoa. Look at this guy. Sword and everything. That must be Pedro Lvares. Interesting. All right. Gigantic monument here. Let's check this out. What in the world? We are down in a tunnel. All right, so they got a big tunnel going through here. This is kind kind of dark and scary down here. Great that they have a good tunnel system, though. Not really what I was hoping to see there. Not at all, actually. Sorry about that. I still appreciate seeing it, though. What's going on with this picture? Alright, hang in there. Hang in there. Alright, this is what I was talking about. Okay, we're inside. Oh, wow. This is a tomb. Wow, okay. It's like a mausoleum in here. And it's got some... an obelisk. Yeah, and mausoleum. How about that? Interesting. That's a big place. I'm not sure who that's representing I'm not sure who's buried there. I didn't catch that name too well. Interesting, though. It's quite the monument to some figure. All right. So the whole thing is... It's hard to get a sense of this town. It's so large and sprawling. So the downtown's here, and then I kind of want to go check out where these rivers meet. And looks like they have a hydroelectric plant here. That's pretty cool. This whole intersection here is kind of cool. Let's drop on this bridge, see if we can see any of it. Oh, not too well. Well, at least we can get a view of the town here. Great infrastructure through here. There's bridges and all this. Giant power grid coming in there. Can sort of see the city. A little blurry. A little hazy. Very interesting. Here's these rivers. The embankments have all been really built up. Concrete. Not a very, the flow is not very natural by this point, I guess. Probably got to do that to get the water positioned correctly for going into the hydroelectric dam. Oh, I was hoping to be able to see it here. That might not be an option. Okay, we can sort of glance at it. There you go. Yeah, big old place here. Is there a tree growing in that dumpster? That's weird. Alright. Interesting. Alright. Hey, there's an airplane. Some parks around this area. Let's drop down once just in a neighborhood near here. Actually, it looks like there's a kind of industrial zone here. Let's just check out the industry a little bit, maybe. Oh, car dealership. Some businesses. Lots of cars for sale. Seems to be the car dealership area. BMW. Saw a motorcycle place back there. Interesting building there. Huh. Like this a lot. Big apartment buildings on the left. Here's Kia. Yep, they put all their dealerships in the same street here, it looks like. Alright. Pool up there on this rooftop deck. There's gotta be factories and stuff in here. You can tell by the look of that. Let's turn ourselves around. Gotta keep north up or else we'll be completely lost here. Bibliothèque Parcas. Okay, trying to read some of this. Olympica de USB. Alright, so interesting. So the Olympics were in Brazil, of course, in 2016. It looks like some of the games were played here in Sao Paulo. So I see this giant long lake here. And hey, there's a velodrome. Okay. Must have had racing along this area. See if we can get a look at this lake. There it is. Yeah, they must have had like those, what do you call it? The boat races with the bunch of people pulling What's that called? Dang, I'm forgetting suddenly. Here's a velodrome. This place, no way this was in the Olympics. Or, I don't know. This looks too run down. Still looks like you could ride a bike around here, though. That'd be so scary. I feel like I want to try it sometime. But that sideways, oh man. I don't know about that. Pretty awesome pools here. I don't think I've ever seen a hexagon pool with that shape, kind of honeycomb. Very neat though. Alright, let's move over to this part of town here. We are not going to see too much of this. I'm so sorry. Optical place. Alright, lots of shopping through here. Vans. Some brands I recognize. That's always fun. Definitely looks like a great street to come shopping. More phone booths. Hey, cool graffiti here. Well, it's not even graffiti. That's just cool artwork. I like that. Very nice. Yeah, definitely come to this part of town. This looks like if you're fearful of like too big city, come to this part of town. This looks a little smaller, very friendly, tons of shopping, restaurants. Yeah, I like this part of town. I'm not sure what it's called though. We're sort of south, a little south of the main downtown maybe. I mean, we're really in the heart of it though. I want to check out what was going on here, because there's some crazy street views going through here. Is this a graveyard? Oh my word, it's a grave. This is what I've been talking about for so many videos. A well-mapped graveyard. This is stunning. Oh my word. I've never seen a graveyard mapped like this. Oh, I would definitely come to here. I love walking through an old graveyard. Or, hey, a new graveyard. It's just all fascinating. Interesting to see people's lives and read their names. Try to put together a bit of the story from their pictures and quotes. There is every depiction of Jesus. I don't think I've ever seen so many Jesuses. It's kind of weird almost. There's too many Jesuses here. If you're a Jesus sculptor, you can make a lot of money right outside. Oh, there's Mary. Jesus, Mary, and angels. I mean, I guess it's pretty standard for graveyard, but something about that. There's a lot of Jesuses back there. I like seeing this. Look at that. What a great bust. There he is. All right. I don't want to spend too much time in this graveyard, although I promise you I could spend hours. And I'm probably gonna come back and visit later myself without recording, just because I want to look around there. That looks fascinating. What a wonderful graveyard. Great character. A lot of individuality in this tombs. I like that a lot. Let's pop over to this intersection here. Very lush again. Interesting homes. Some of these homes are kind of a little more private. I feel like there's a little more wealth in this area. People really building some serious walls. Pretty cool walls, but they're tall enough they don't even want Google Maps looking over them, you know? This is serious privacy. It's like they built this wall and then they built a wall on top of it. So, super safe and secure. It's got a gate, a security guard there, cameras. Yeah, a lot of money here, but, you know, I get it. If you got the money and you bought the house, you know, you want to keep it safe. I get that. But I'd love to peek over to them and just get a glance at these homes because they look like nice places. Oh yeah, definitely big homes, pools. Oh yeah. Is this the Chinese consulate? Am I reading that right? looks like a nice place. Oh boy. I'd love to get an invite there. That'd be cool. So many buildings. This is just huge. Huge. We're not going to see much of it. We're running out of time already. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Something a little north of town. Let's just drop somewhere random here. You could spend... Some cities you could spend a weekend and check out. Sao Paulo, you're going to have to spend, make it at least a week. You got to spend a week here. Because this is a big place. Huge. Absolutely huge. Just waiting for this to load here. Alright. Some artwork there. I don't want to be critical of graffiti, but this is what I'm talking about. This is properly nice. This stuff, B-. This stuff, A+. More of that. If that's what all graffiti looked like, nobody would have an issue at all. It's like this stuff that's like, no. Some cool graffiti around here, that's all I'm saying. Tons of people out. This is bustling. It's been relatively flat, and it's kind of cool to see a little bit of a hillside here. You can definitely get a glance up that hillside. Let's pop up and actually see if we can get over there and maybe get a view downtown. I'm not sure if I've turned myself around here and I won't be able to see anything. Okay, definitely a hillside here. All right, you can see a little bit of the town behind us. Just a little bit. This place blurred their house out. That's okay. Old vehicle here. What is this? I can't identify that too well. Somebody tell me what that is. I don't know. Most of the vehicles here are relatively new, but I've definitely spotted a couple older ones that have been interesting to look at. This is the VW. Oh yeah. Great look. Beautiful skies out here. Lovely trees here. Man, I'm gonna have to read more about Sao Paulo and seriously consider getting down here, because this is thoroughly impressive. I can't get over the scale of it all. Just huge. I mean, you could spend days. How long would it take you to go street view through at each one of these streets? I wish there was a way to calculate that. At a certain speed, let's say walking speed, how long would it take you to get through all of street view? Well, I guess that would be the same as in real life, but like days and days and days. It would take so long. Yep. Just pop into a few random places here. Tons of shopping. I'm sure there's some unbelievable restaurants down here. I read they have a great variety of groups of people living here from all over. Large population from Asia, from the Middle East. So very diverse, which is always cool. Which I'm sure also, again, brings fantastic foods, which that would be a big part of my wanting to visit. I like seeing the buildings, seeing the people, and I love it. Checking out the foods. All right, maybe right there. Check that out. Get a smoothie. Interesting. All right, one or two more places, and I'm gonna have to call it a day here. I know we have seen painfully little, but boy, oh boy. Oh my God, this place is huge. All right, I might have to do a part 2 here. If you live in Sao Paulo, let me know what I missed, and maybe in a couple weeks I'll try to come back. and be a little more intentional with my visit. Right now I'm just enjoying popping in and out, getting glances, and for a lot of cities that's enough. But for some places, well, let's say the 12th largest city in the world, that might not cut it, because this is just, it's so overwhelming. Love the look of these places here, so bright. New buildings going up here. Lots of construction. A fair amount of construction. I haven't actually seen tons of cranes, but there's definitely work going on. I don't know. I haven't seen an overwhelming amount of cranes. Interesting. All right, maybe let's check out somewhere along a river down in Brooklyn. Pinheiros River. See if we can go along it. Okay. Trains come through here. Look at these apartments on this hillside here. These look a little older. Ooh, let's move toward this beautiful bridge. It's got a cool look to it. Suspension style. These are newer. Can we move down this street? What's going on here? Hang with me, people. Hang with me. Wow, what an unusual... I don't think I've ever seen a bridge style like this. Whoa. Never have I ever seen this before. It's an X-shaped suspension bridge. Whoever did the engineering on this is a genius, because that is impossible. What in the world? How did they do that? Unbelievable. Okay, I'd definitely drive on this bridge. If there's a way to walk over this bridge, I'll definitely walk on it, because that is stunning. What a marvel. And look at the city just stretched out before us here. Beautiful. Welcome into town. Into this part of town. Interesting. Looks like they're building a highway there, maybe. Looks under construction. Or maybe it's for trains. That's possible. Okay. Or public transit of some sort, maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's unusual. Really large. Can't quite tell what I'm looking at there. I guess it's train or it's under construction. One of the two. Great area in here. You can just zoom into town. Pop off where you gotta turn off. And pull into your apartment. This looks like a nice place. I'd live there. Very cool. Well, this has been really enjoyable to see. Cactuses. And a definite candidate for part 2. So, Sao Paulo, Brazil. I'll be back. Give me time. Give me time. I got other places I want to see, but I'm coming back. For now, though, I'm going to add it to my list. Add a place. Sao Paulo. State of Sao Paulo. Interesting. Look at how these tall buildings have been kind of segregated to these certain blocks, and then they kind of established you can't really build outside of those blocks. But then there's suddenly a couple random ones. I don't know. Clearly there's designated high-rise zones, and then maybe this is a more historic area. Very interesting. All right, I'm going to read more about Sao Paulo, and I promise to come back in the future. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, tell your friends, and check out some of my other videos. I was already in Brazil once, I believe. Hey, let's turn up, right? I was up in Petrolina. Oh, that was pretty neat. Yeah, that was very cool. All right, till next time.